Okay, so this morning I wanted to try an experiment. I have never made one of those Swedish torches where you basically take a log about yay big, split it in fours, take out a bit of the center of the pie pieces, and then put the thing back together. So what I've done this morning is I made one because it has been raining like crazy, well, for months, but especially this last week. It's been raining really hard, and so everything's wet. Everything is covered in dew. The sun's not quite up, so I made one of these. I found a downed cedar log that was half rotten, cut a section of it out, and did just that. I split it down with my knife and my tomahawk hatchet and cut the center of it out. You can see part of it kind of fractured a little bit. And then I just found a lot of guys will use like cable or wire. I just found some vine tied around the base. I've never done this before. So I put a couple of, I've already splintered the bits that I took out of the center into kindling. So I can split those down further and add to the fuel. But these should be pretty well self-burning inside of there. But one thing that you can see I did right there is I took a piece of that splinter and stuck it in the side to give myself an opening. I've watched videos on these before, so I kind of know how they work. It's a fire, it needs to breathe. And I also have, I meant to have a hole all the way down through the bottom, but I do have some air vents, and I have this set on this rough limestone rock outcropping. So everything's wet, so you always carry your own tinder. I have a flint and steel kit in here, but even if it's just in a Ziploc baggie, get some dry tinder, throw it in the bottom of your backpack or your haversack, so you have it. It's just dry grass. You can see some almost like cattail, fluffy seeds. So this should take a light real easy. I'm going to set you down, and we're going to see if this thing will burn. So forgive the shaky cam. I think I've got a good view of it there. Again, sorry for the shaky cam. Okay, so I'm going to try to light this thing. And I just have one of these big ferro rods. Get the bit turned around here. So I had a gap in the top. I stuffed some splinters in the top, and then I stuffed a bunch of my tinder in here. So we'll see if I can get this to light. We have a bit of flame. Let me try something else. Let me see if I can maybe get a bit of okay, there we go. Some of that pine lighter going. Wave with my hat there. I may have to make some more adjustments to it. I don't know yet. Maybe try light the top. I was hoping the flames would go up to the top. I may have to open it just a bit. I may go ahead and do that actually. Just kind of do a shim in a couple of spots. Some of these kindling I have. There we go. Okay. And let's see what happens. I saw one guy, he just did this. He made a fire at the top, and it took light. And I've seen them have some pretty good results. I may have it too compressed in there. I'll try to open this up a little bit more. And we'll step it up a notch. You've seen that I can light it with the ferro rod, so I have no qualms. I got the fat wood to get open guaranteed flame, so I've already proven I can light that on camera and to myself. So I know that that's working. See if I can get this to cooperate here. I know my tinder's dry. I've had it in that bag for weeks. And I really want to see that work. I don't know why this isn't wanting to fluff it up a little bit. See, I pulled it out there. I don't want to accept failure just yet. Okay, there's the tinder. I think it was too compressed. Tinder's taken. The idea is to let it burn down into there. See, I can stir it. Try something else here. Where'd my... Oh, here it is. Hiding behind my belt. Okay. I'm going to try and saw this trick from Blackie Thomas. Standing a piece of fat wood up, and it'll burn like a candle. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try to get... See that? I mean, that's awesome. That should do it. And I just got to let that thing sit and burn and see if it won't catch that stuff on fire. In the meantime, I'll see about splitting some finer wood parts down here and getting this going. See that? You can. And it may just be that it's not getting enough air. Yeah, there it's taken off. Just need to put another. That was the problem. It's not getting enough air. So you do need a gap in it. See where I'm sticking them in? Because I've seen them do pretty cool things with these. And if you had a really small shelter and you had a couple of these and you knew you could get them to work, you know, you could heat a small, you know, like say throw a wool blanket over a little alcove or something. Just gonna pop another piece of fat wood down in there. I think I'm still burning. Maybe not. Just get this thing to take off. I've got smoke. Ah, found another chunk of fat wood in my tinder bag. I really had high hopes for this, so I'm going to split that down again. Because this would be a really good if you had a really small compact shelter that was properly ventilated. I think it'd be a very, very good way to heat it. It's still not lit, it's just that piece of fat wood burning. But if I could get that to take a light down in there, and actually get the inside burning is the ticket. See, I have flame. And maybe this one's too small. I've seen them do it with some that were pretty good sized. Got a good smudge stick going on here. Here we go. Got the other piece of fat wood I stuck down in there going. Try to get that around where I can show you guys. Just trying to get the core of this to go, because I know from fires set on their side like this that they'll follow the cracks. I had 3 logs like that and the fire went up the middle of them. So just trying to get this, and I thought cedar would be a good place to start because it's got a natural oil to it. Just trying to kind of roll it around and let that flame get all the way around. This may be a long video, but if I can get it going. I count it as a win. May have to add another chunk of fat wood. Shouldn't have to put that much of that kind of resource in there, I wouldn't think, but okay, try that. I got 2 pieces of fat wood flaring in there now. And this may still be too compressed to get airflow. Just trying to get that core to light. Maybe build a little stick fire on top of it. there, and try to get that to, because eventually what you want is the actual log, the fire, to burn down the gaps and light the top. So this is one of my longest videos. I realize I just hit 20 minutes. I apologize for that, but you know, like that, if I can get it going, and this is my first attempt, and just being stubborn, you get better at it as you go and you practice. You know, you find a good recipe that works, you know, a couple pieces of fat wood and some tinder down in there. Even if it's something I have to babysit. Yeah, check that out. That is almost self-sustaining now. If I can blow that hard down into it, I think I'm good. So I may have spoke too soon. Got too confident. I think I just blew it out. I got too aggressive. Reintroduce a flame back into there and it should fire it right back up. Because eventually what I'd like to do is make coffee on this. There. Live and learn. What I would have loved to have done is got it going with a flint and steel, but that wasn't gonna work. But you know, if you have the resources to craft this, you know, which I mostly use, I had a Bako Laplander and a Bowie knife and a tomahawk or a hatchet. You know, you should be able to possibly find fat wood, and that would make this a very that much more viable resource, because now you have a self-contained, you know, heat source there that if you could, you know, build a structure around or place in a structure, and you could possibly go a little bigger, you know, the sky's the limit. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to end it there. I think if I can keep this thing going, I'm going to make some coffee on it. That was my ultimate goal. But anyways, there we go.